You think that exes can actually change, or are we always just going back to a hopeful same problems?
A man's word is bond.
When somebody has continuously promised you they're going to change certain behaviours and then they continuously don't change, there's no point going back with them.
As a woman, you have the opportunity to cheat at any time. Because,
Do you?
Yes, of course.
Talk to me about
because
all the
let me
times
tell
you
you,
had the opportunity
do you know
to
how
cheat.
many men are gassed for the fact that they can bang another man's girl?
Childbirth is one of the most dangerous things that can happen for women. You're about to change your body and you potentially could lose your life for a man that does not want you, has not claimed you. My name is Chyna, I'm the man them's voice.
And I'm Dinalva, the troublemaker extraordinaire.
And welcome back to season 2 of When Venus Meets Mars. On today's episode, we're going to be talking about taking your exes back.
Juicy.
Okay, so I'm going to get straight into it. On the left-hand side of me, we have...
Cherelle.
Welcome, Cherelle. Thank you for coming to the
you.
show.
Thank you for having
And
me.
on the right-hand side of us, we have...
Ms Gucci, big D, never the little D.
Never the little D.
Lovely to have you girls.
Lovely to have you. Now, this is actually a conversation that we need to discuss because, you know, it's the whole taboo topic of taking your exes back. So I want to start off with you ladies. Is it ever a good or maybe a bad idea to take your ex back? Good or bad? First, let's keep it easy. Good or bad idea?
Oh, it depends on the situation.
Depends. What about you? Good or bad idea?
Depends.
What about you?
It's never good to take
I agree. Is it good?
Your ex is an ex for a reason.
I've thought about it before, like, oh, could I? You know, the
Nothing
one that
good-
got away. Nah,
I'm going to tell you something. Nothing good comes from taking your ex back unless you have kids together.
Okay, fine.
Then something good comes from that because obviously...
For the children.
For the children. So that's when I can always say, you know, like for the good of the children, providing that it's not a crazy abusive DV relationship, providing that it's just something that adults and maybe adult behavior, then yeah, I would always think getting
It's not a good idea.
No,
unless you got partner, unless there's children in the
children
picture.
involved, and it's not toxic in that aspect. But if you're just single and childless, man, you never take your exes back.
Why?
Because there's your ex for a reason. Okay, so let me tell you, this is a rule to go by, guys. This is for the men, primarily. This is for the men and the
China's
women.
rule.
No,
Very
this is for the
interesting
men.
one. Listen to this one. Go
You
on.
have not 5 days. You have 7 days. You have 7 days from the moment that your girl breaks up with you. From the moment that you break up, ladies, you have 7 days in order for you to fix your relationship, okay? Man, them. After 7 days, treat it as if she comes back that she slept with someone else. Now, I'm not telling you that she slept with someone else, because no, she might not have. But what I'm also going to tell you, there's a chance that she has. And what's happened is she's gone out there to discover that is the grass really green on the other side. And she discovered the grass is not actually green. It's not actually even real grass. It's just astroturf and full seeds. You understand? So it's like, and now she's come back. So you'd be surprised. And women will laugh and do all of that stuff. But men, any man that knows, and that's a man, will know about when a girl's broken up with a man and then she goes outside, she does the most. And the next minute you see her back with the guy. And he doesn't know all the things that she's been up to. He has no idea that as soon as she broke up with him, she was busting that up and she's doing the most.
Yeah.
And you know.
Doesn't always
happen.
happen.
And the truth of the matter is, no girl is going to be more free-spirited than a girl that just broken up with a man.
Depending on the breakup, I guess.
Definitely.
So you said depends. Depends on what?
The circumstances, I mean...
Okay, let's do it easier. When is it a good idea and when is it a bad idea?
There might be certain situations where trust may have been broken to a level where it can be repaired if both parties are willing to work on that.
Mm-hmm.
And I think if it's domestic violence, anything like that, then yeah, just leave.
Just leave.
Yeah.
Okay, what about you? You also said depends. What is it? When is it a good idea and then when is it a really bad idea?
I feel like you got to overweigh the red flags. You know, sometimes we're humans, we make mistakes. Sometimes we meet people and it's not the right time. It just happens that way. And, you know, and then we rekindle and, you know, it goes somewhere. Or it could be like when somebody has continuously promised you they're going to change certain behaviours and then they continuously don't change, there's no point getting back with them. Do you understand? It's the difference between a mistake and a pattern of behaviour. If you're not happy with the pattern of behaviour and you left because of that, it's not going to change.
Okay. So wouldn't you say that if there was a mistake, the mistake was big enough for them to break up? Can you actually really fix that? Because a mistake can be kind of like an indication of a character trait, perhaps? Or you think some mistakes can definitely be forgiven, even though they were big enough to get you to a point where you want to break up?
I think it just depends how you feel. I feel like when you go through certain situations in a relationship and you're able to overcome it, it's a good thing. But when you now get into a situation where you're trying to force yourself to overcome it and you physically and spiritually can't, and then you're not looking at that person the same, I feel like that's the worst part. I feel like because sometimes you don't even want to feel like that, but because of the emotions and whatever's happening, you'll get into that place. You know what I mean?
It's true. The emotions can overcome and you can do things that you didn't really mean to. And
you don't want to look at them like that.
Okay, you want to be able to sometimes take it back and be able to kind of go back to it. Fine, I understand that. So, how do you feel about what you've heard, Chyna?
About what?
When the girl's saying that, sometimes it can be repaired. You don't think it can ever be repaired, not even trust or...
No.
Because me, I don't know. For me, I don't think I can repair anything
like I said,
that.
I gave you the 7-day theory. The 7-day rule on breakup.
Wait, what if it's like many years after?
How do you mean many years after?
So let's say you've gone past the 7 days, but this is an ex, somebody that you met like long time ago, 7 years on, you bump into each other again. Could that happen?
Yeah, of course. I think that one's more likely to happen, and then you kind of go back into it and you talk about, what could have been and the reasons why. I think with time it can heal a lot. So I think...
And you could get back together and make it happen.
No, but lots of people do that. But it tends to be when you do that, you probably have got kids and they've got kids, and then you go back and then you kind of rekindle. I'm talking about breaking up with a girl. Fresh, and then taking her back. No, you don't do that.
Okay, so that's actually something else now.
Because here's the thing. When your girl breaks up with you, what does she say to you? What does that actually mean? What it actually says...
It doesn't mean that she just broke up with you. You could have broken up with her.
She said, I want to sleep with someone else.
That's not what it means. It could mean like, you're not doing what I need you to do, so here's a scare tactic.
Let me break it down to you. You're not listening to me. She's not saying to you, I'm not going to sleep with someone else. She's not saying I'm going to sleep with someone else straight away. But she is going to sleep with someone. She's saying, I want to sleep with someone else. Listen to me. She's not saying I'm about to go join a nunnery.
Indirectly, I get what you're saying.
And I'm about to become celibate for my whole life. She's saying, I believe there's something better out there for me, so I'm breaking up with you, and at some point, I'm going to go and get that. It doesn't matter whether or not it's right now. It doesn't matter if she sleeps with him tomorrow or 6 months to a year. It's going to happen.
It's an inevitability.
Yeah, so the best thing you as a man can deal with and understand is that the moment that she breaks up with you, you have to... That's it. It doesn't matter if it happens to... She might as well do it today.
She's already considered in her mind.
It's already gone, because what do you mean?
But actually, I don't think... Can I tell you something, honestly, right?
Let me hear the cap.
It's not actually cap. This is the reality. When I left my relationship, I remember like when I was first, saying, okay, I'm going to go... That was one of the things that he said to me. He said, you just want to go and be with someone else. You just sleep with someone else. And actually, because of the emotional state that I'm in, the thought of even going with somebody else was quite disgusting to me.
But you did, though, right, at some point?
Well, yeah, obviously, eventually. I'm not going to keep my legs closed forever because of somebody that broke my heart.
So you proved my point. You proved my point.
It's not because I wanted to. It's because I had no choice.
No,
okay?
But it didn't matter. It didn't matter whether or not you did it at the time. His very fear came true because you did it anyway. So what I'm saying...
Yeah,
so I'm saying to men is... I'm saying to men is she's going to do it, guys. So the moment she breaks up with you, she's saying, I want to sleep with someone else. She's going to argue with you and tell you, I'm not saying that, and that is fine. But at some point, logically, that's going to happen. She's
not saying it, but that's what will happen. That's the future.
So you might as well deal with it mentally. If you can deal with this, you process life a lot better. It will stop you from going mad. And make you also understand something that I also understand. We don't own anybody. Yeah, we don't own anybody. Yeah, we only there's only it's what someone allows you to believe. Okay, so when you're not married to someone, you're my girlfriend, you're my boyfriend. What does that actually mean? What actually does that mean? in reality, that means nothing. It doesn't mean a goddamn
We're
thing.
just doing a thing for a prolonged period
No,
of time.
because at any given moment, you can tell me I want to break up with you. I have to accept it. Yeah, and if I don't accept it, then basically I'm just a mad guy. Do you get me? Yeah. When you're married to somebody, it kind of means something. Yeah. So all I'm trying to say to you is like if something doesn't mean anything, how are you gonna put something on it?
I guess that's true. So until it's serious, it shouldn't really be serious. So an ex isn't really an ex then, unless it's an ex-husband. Is that what you're saying?
I mean, well, God doesn't recognize it.
Okay, all right. He's got a little point there, I guess.
How can you cheat on someone that's not your wife?
But the commitment does
How can
not
you cheat
mean
on
anything.
the guy that's not?
Don't you have your word as a man? You say, okay, you're mine,
No,
I'm
your
yours.
word, your word as a man is a ring on some of your finger. That's your word. That's your word as a man, and this is why women have been finessed. You want the word as a man. Men know our word ain't shit. Your word ain't. Your word is supposed to be a bond, but that's why we have contracts in order to secure
things,
that.
yeah.
If you really want a secure man's word, he's going to secure it with a ring. That means he said to you, "This
by
is
word and by action.
by word and by action." So,
Fine,
but the
that
problem
makes
is we want things in a different way. That's fine, but in reality, if you want to secure something, a man's going to secure it in that matter.
What about a broken engagement?
What about a broken engagement?
So is it? Oh, okay. Maya Jama and Stormzy.
Oh, goddamn.
What do you think about that situation there? It's a no-no.
What do you mean it's a no?
They
broke
got
up
back
again.
together. They broke up again. So
Yeah.
that proves your point.
Yeah, well, a lot of times I say like people, I don't know the reason why they broke up, but a lot of times is man them ain't shit as well. So man them will get a good girl and then they'll wait for another man to get her. Then once they get her, they'll be like, oh shit.
Oh, I
man.
should have kept her.
Man is like, I need to get her back.
Yeah.
Then they'll get her back, and after they get her back, they'll be like, actually, because it's not the same. Because once you take her back, and sometimes as well, the mental thing of having to understand that she was with another man, and then even though I'm not saying that she was a virgin before she met you, but she was only with you. So from that moment, you treated her like she was new, innit? Mm-hmm. So now it's like she's gone with someone else and she's come back to you. So that can be another factor. So
Okay,
I think
hear that.
you have to be the type of man that can take that. Me as a man, I can't. There's certain things I can't take, and that's one of those things that I can't take. And some men can, and some women can. Some women, they can forgive cheating, and for some women, they just cannot do it. It's impossible for them to do it. And if you get a woman that's important, you have to know the type of woman you're with, because for the man that want to step out and cheat and that, if you want to step out and cheat but you still love your woman, yeah,
Make sure that you know that.
make sure
you
you've got the type
out.
of woman that. Well, I'm gonna understand. You need the type of woman that is okay with that, as long as you're being respectful. Because if you pick the type of woman that does not accept cheating, she's gonna destroy. She's gonna take
you.
everything half.
Yeah.
It's all going, and then it's
Okay.
Yeah.
So obviously the ladies that said that it depends. Okay, there's a little bit of an inkling that you believe that there's a hope that maybe something might be different. So do you actually believe that exes do change, that people do change for the sake of a relationship and can make it work, or are you always at risk of encountering the same problems?
Like I said, I just think that it just depends. Like, let's say you had an ex when you was in your early teens, and then you met an ex in your adult life. You're now mature. You now understand concept of life, and you guys begin to get on, and then you guys actually live happily ever after. Is that possible? Yeah, but is it? I'm not talking about relationships where infidelity, betrayal has been broken. No, when it's those type of problems, don't go back. Mm-hmm. You'll never, like, once trust is broken, that is it. I don't believe that people forgive and then forget.
Yeah.
So you're one of them ones then I was talking about.
She's one of them ones. If you cheat on her, don't even try and come in begging.
Do you know what it is? It's not even just cheat, because people always feel like in relationship cheating is a major factor when sometimes it's not. And it's like betrayal. There's some people when they love you so much, yeah, and then you betray them, it's like a cut.
But what's betrayal? Because for me, betrayal is cheating.
For me, betrayal is something that represents my values. Like, for example, loyalty. When couples have got issues when it comes to betrayal, people always think it's cheating. Cheating is just basic, but there's serious level of betrayals. Like, for example, if you shared something with your partner and you didn't want your partner to share this with somebody else and they did.
Okay.
That's betrayal.
Yeah,
Do you understand?
yeah.
Because I've come to you, I've trusted you, I've told you, like, you know, this is between me and you. There's different levels of betrayal. There's betrayal where you could be love bombing me. That's what happens nowadays a lot. Men will love bomb you to the extent where you feel like they're so in love with you. Now you're in love with them, and then they'll just leave you alone.
Yeah.
They'll just leave you.
That is betrayal.
And for me, I don't know how some women do it, but how do you give somebody like that a second chance?
Yeah, where they basically have lied through giving you expectations that they were never going to fulfill.
Yeah, like
that is true.
I feel like that's betrayal.
Why do you think men do that?
I feel like men do that because some women are very desperate. And when I say this, some women are desperate. There's certain women, their life revolves around men. Men do everything for them. They have a man that he's under Uncle Taxi. You have this one that fulfills this one and that fulfills this one. Do you understand where I'm coming from? So it's like...
Man for every need.
For every need. That's scary. Yeah. What about you, Cherelle? What do you think? Do you think that exes can actually change, or are we always just going back to a hopeful same problems?
I still stick to a man's word is his bond. Like make sure that actions and the words are matching. If he's got the character, like Ms Gucci was saying, like it's just a character trait where he's continuously lying, even about the small things, them people I'm like, yeah, stay far away from. Yeah. I feel like if I'm talking about men, for me, for instance, you know, maybe the woman might not be fulfilling his sexual needs, or maybe she's just so caught up in the household and with her own shit that she's not actually being attentive to her man's needs. So he might feel like, you know what, I might find a female out there and have that conversation with her so I can talk to her. He might not necessarily have sex with her, but you know how it goes. But, you know, stuff like that, I feel like is forgivable. Like along them lines, is forgivable for me, especially if you've got a family and you can work through it. But I don't think staying in a relationship for the kids is a good idea. If you've got two unhappy parents trying to co-parent,
down to the kids.
Yeah, it just doesn't work. But for me, yeah. So on that scale, betrayal, I can forgive it. But if it's a character trait and it's you gotta go.
You know what's funny? I did think sometimes that, you know, people could change, but I've come to realize that we're creatures of habit. And a lot of the time, the things that actually do end up bothering you in a relationship tend to be sort of those character traits that are built from whatever childhood, education, trauma, or situation that they've brought with them into adulthood. However, there is one instance in which I believe people can change, and that is if something really traumatic happened to them. So if I was to consider an ex, I'd be like, what has happened to you first? Then I'll be able to know, okay, is this something that could change your character, that could make you see like a whole different enlightenment to life? Then maybe, but you know, usually the chances of that are quite slim, and people are liars. They're not enlightened as much as they think after
I think
traumas.
people can change, but... what the problem is, for example, if you cheat, you can change. Not everyone that's cheated will continue to cheat, because you can cheat and you can lose a lot and you can learn from that. The problem arises is whether or not that person can forgive you. And some people can forgive, and a woman can forgive you for 5 years, 10 years, but she might wake up one day and say, you know what, I can't get over this cheating. And unfortunately, this is where you put yourself when you open yourself to that. Do you get me? She can even go next, she can cheat on you, and then if she ever decides to cheat on you, she can say, well, you done it to me. And even if it's not a justification for it, it's still the truth. You did do it to her. And, you know, if you want to break up with her now, you can, really and truly. But it's one of these things. What you're better off doing is go starting fresh. And learning from the mistake of, I cheated once, and because I cheated, it cost me all of this. So when you meet a new woman, you just don't cheat. You don't bring that. You're not a cheater because you've never ever cheated on her.
Yeah, you got a brand new.
You got a brand new start, but it's going to be a lot harder for you to convince someone that you're never going to do something
when you've already
done it. And you know what I mean.
That's true.
And you as a man, you put yourself under a scenario where you can continuously be watched and be scrutinized for women for the rest of your life, because you have shown already to not be trusted.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yeah.
and it doesn't matter whatever you say.
You set
Oh,
yourself
it's
up.
5 years, 10 years. So what? It doesn't matter. Like,
You've already done it before. I
you've
know
done-
you're capable of it.
You're
at
capable
least.
of
So I'm
doing
always
it.
looking over my shoulder.
Yeah, do you get me?
Yeah.
So you set yourself up a life of that. So I do believe people can change. It just, the change, it makes it harder when people know you for something. This is why they talk about mud sticks. You know what I'm trying to say to you?
Yes.
So,
So be careful what you do so that it doesn't
because
go with you
and,
forever.
Can a woman cheat on a man and can she change? Of course she can, because she can recognize that what it cost her. Do you get me?
Yes.
But can you cheat on your man and him take you back and really trust you? Ooh, that's a crazy one.
That's
but can you
mad.
cheat on a man and then you go? If I meet you and you're a girl, do I know if you ever cheated? No, I don't know. I only know what you present yourself to me. So as long as you never present yourself as a cheater, you're not a cheater. Do you understand?
Yeah, that's true. So it's like
And just because you cheated on one man, don't mean you're gonna cheat on me. And I know
Yes.
some people will say, "Oh, just because." No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't mean that.
Well,
It doesn't mean that.
But do you know what it is about cheating for me? Why I think like when the situations happen with exes, why that's kind of like a thing for me to look at. Even if like your new partner has cheated on their previous partner, why that's still something to pay attention to a little bit. Is because you're always given a choice when you put under pressure, and there's the right choice, there's the wrong choice, there's a bad choice, there's a neutral choice, there's all sorts of choices. And the fact that you've made a choice to go and do something like that within a relationship where you decided to willingly make a decision to be with that person, and within that relationship there's the connotations of like faithfulness and stuff, then obviously for me I always look at that as a bit dodge, because I've been faced with that choice many times and I didn't step
you've been
out.
faced to cheat many times.
Of course,
Opportunity.
because listen, as a woman you have the opportunity to cheat at any time. Because
you?
yes, of course.
Talk to me about
because
all the
let me
times
tell
you
you,
had the
do
opportunity
you know
to
how
cheat.
many men are gassed for the fact that they can bang another man's girl?
Facts.
So me, if I'm in a relationship and I want to step out, it'll be easy for me, and the men will know that I could have a man is not a big deal. So for me, I have been in a situation where I was in a really unhappy relationship, and people were aware of that, and that's when they thought it was a great time to try and charm. For me, I was like, hell no, like this is disgusting. This is because I hold my loyalty to be a really serious thing about me. Whereas, other people will be in those situations, made the wrong choice. For me, I think it comes down to your substance to be able to make a choice like that. You could be a good person and say, do you know what, I'd rather end it than to cheat. So, end things first and then go do your business. So if you're a person that has done that to your ex, don't forget, habits of old relationships can carry over to the new one. Get to know your people very, very well.
Definitely.
Trust me, because it's very scary. But then, at the same time, sometimes things could be a bit different. And some people do take their exes back. Is that a good thing in terms of, a sign of strength where you can overcome things? Or is that a weakness and perhaps a bit of desperation because you're taking them back because you can't find better than the one that you already broke up with?
Well, if that's the case, definitely need to leave. If you're just trying to hold on because you ain't going to find better, leave. Leave that, definitely. Through my experiences, I was in a long-term relationship, and, it haunts you when you have kids with people that you can never live with ever in your life. And when you have them kind of attachments to people, it's like sink or swim. Because I find myself, like, even with my experience with my daughter's dad, I feel like I'm fighting for my life more time.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Because I want to co-parent with somebody and you're not willing because you can't have what you want from me. Do you know what I'm saying? And then you try to reflect that on your parenting, and I've learned to kind of put things in place, like boundaries in place and stuff like that, so that my daughter's not feeling it, because I don't want to take that away from him, because I'm not God.
Yeah.
So I'm giving you chances, and there's a lot of people that say, yo, you know what, make him go contact centre, make him take you to court, make him, but my heart for my daughter, it's like,
That's strong.
I couldn't
I won't
do
do
that.
that.
And speaking to older people, they're like, you know what, she's going to grow, she can see things for herself in her own time, and that's, I've kind of put my faith
In there.
and leaning heavy on God, because, boy,
That is strong, actually. He's making the right decision under pressure, under emotional pressure. But you're thinking of the bigger picture and, how good it is for your daughter to be in a situation where she has that access.
Yeah.
Sometimes you've got to make those
You gotta make those
sacrifices for the greater good.
Definitely.
What about you? Taking an ex back? Strength in forgiveness or weakness and desperation?
If you're going to take them back for the right reasons, because you want to, not because of any other reasons. That's what I think.
Why might somebody want to take their ex back though? Because I mean, it's broken already for the fact that you even went as far as breaking up.
Because sometimes they don't have anybody else. Not just because somebody... Listen,
Habit.
Relationships.
Yeah.
Like, some people are not with people because they genuinely like them. Do you understand that, right? Sometimes they're with them because they're convenient at the time.
Yes.
But they also have their plan that, you know, this one is just bus stop number A. I need to get to B. That she won't be coming B with me.
Yeah.
You understand where I'm coming from? So with those type of relationships, no, but there's certain relationships that, you know, it didn't work out the first time. And the second time it's worked out, you've ended up getting married.
Yeah, that's true. Even like if you met so young, for example, there's circumstances where people are actually not ready for that serious step until maybe you meet again down the line. Like the high school sweethearts that kind of break it up, and then they bump into each other like a whole decade later, and they still remember each other and why they loved each other, but they're just too young.
And sometimes you got to go through things in life as well.
True,
I feel like you have
learn.
to go through certain experiences to really know and refine what you want and what you expect for yourself.
Yeah, no, it's true.
Know?
No, it's true. Exactly. You have to go through. I can say from personal experience that I've had to go through, a few bad experiences to really.
When women say this,
wisdom.
it sounds like we got to go through a lot of dicks to get experience.
No, it's
I'm gonna
not
be honest
dicks.
with
You have to go at least through one breakup.
I'm not even saying it in terms of relationship. I'm saying in terms of just life
experience.
No, I hear
life
it. But when men hear this, we hear.
And because men, all you think about is sex and dumbness. Like, it's not always that deep.
I feel like for me, I've come to the conclusion that the type of people that I've seen in marriages have not been healthy, and I feel like it's really had a major impact on my thoughts when it comes to marriage. So
you're seeing a lot of negative examples.
And when I do come and say this, it's not like I'm saying it because I'm saying it. I'm seeing like married women and men like literally struggling like mentally, and it's like they're in this cage that they don't want to be in, but they have to be in this cage because not even because of themselves, because of what society looks at them if they're not in this cage. You understand? I've seen so many good women what society describes as good women, get mistreated so bad, like they're having to show their strength through what they can tolerate as a form of abuse because of marriage. And I feel like when you're around that type of environment, it only makes you feel some type of way as a woman, because you just think to yourself like, when you're growing up, they tell you that, especially where I'm from, a woman's values, once you get married. And I'm just like, this is all like a fraud, because when I was growing up, I thought it's all a fairy tale, but it's not. These women are they're having to show their strength in remaining in situations that it's not right, but they have to because of their culture. And that
makes sense.
And I just feel like what's so special about marriage is that I want to also do it. I don't personally feel like I've been around people that have had good marriage, and the ones that I can say have lasted, they've lasted through struggles and difficult times.
So that's even scary in itself, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's either not the fairy tale, or it's going to be a super headache and just an uphill struggle.
I think that's understandable if you've never seen positive examples of marriages. Or relationships, then you can be forgiven for not wanting to be married or not seeing the benefits of marriage or understanding. I get it, but at the same time, I've seen way more negative examples of relationships than marriage. Like, you have to look. So marriage has about 50% divorce rate. So about half of all people that get married get divorced.
Wow.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Wow. Seriously?
Yeah.
50%?
Yeah.
And I'm sure most is because the man's situation changes.
And 80% is divorce is initiated by women, so you go figure that out. Innit?
Wow.
Yeah.
He says that as if to say that women break up the home more. These times, women don't do it for no reason. So really, you have to think about what are the reasons for those 80%.
So let's talk about it.
That means that 80% of men in marriage could also be a problem.
I did read a statistic to say that majority of the divorces are because the man's financial.
Okay, so let's talk about it. So it's not because of
changes
cheating.
more than
It's not because of
anything
cheating.
else.
So
Wow,
But that's
you,
just
so
statistics,
see,
Lack of
I
stability
said.
that brings.
So first of all, we started off with women break off their home. Then you said, oh, but there's a reason. See, whenever women break up their home or destroy their family, there's always a reason.
Every time anyone leaves anywhere, there's always a reason.
No, but I'm saying, well, no, when a man leaves his home, he's a deadbeat dad. Do you get me? He left his woman. There's no reason why a man can leave. A man can't say he left for his peace or for his mental health. He cannot say that. The moment he does that, he's a deadbeat dad and he left it. But you can break up your family and leave your man for your peace and for your mental health. And she's a good mother. Exactly. So I'm showing you that.
Because the man is the protector and provider. So if you're walking away, you're abandoning your post.
I'm not saying. I'm just telling you how it's set up. So
yeah, true.
When a woman leaves a home, you always figure out a reason why it's okay for her to leave a home. When a woman cheats on her man, there's always, oh, but what did he do? They always say, what did he do to make her cheat? He didn't do nothing. Women cheat too. So when we're talking about this, 80% of the time, women initiate divorce. 50% of marriages are ending divorce, yeah? Okay, we talk about men and women cheat just equally. Men just cheat slightly more than women. DV is not a big reason for divorce. It's about 5%. You can go look at the stats, yeah? So majority it just comes down to things like this. Women get bored, they're tired. Marriages aren't what they thought it was and they've been told it's lit out here, you can go out there and it all benefits them. So the reason why we have these conversations is because like marriage protects women, but at the same time, it hurts men. If a man doesn't want to get married to you, but yet you're going to bear his children, you do realise like your body can change, right? During pregnancy, right?
Yeah, a lot can change.
Yeah, you can lose your life in pregnancy, right? Yeah, historically speaking, childbirth is one of the most dangerous things that can happen for women. The loss of blood. Then when we look at the mortality rates of childbirth, especially for black women, as you already know, and the care that they get, right? Yeah, you already know how dangerous it is. So think about what I'm telling you. You're about to change your body, yeah, and you potentially could lose your life for a man that does not want you, has not claimed you. Like, do you know how mad it is to me?
True.
Do you think men, if men had to get pregnant, do you think we would be the ones doing it?
They will not be doing it.
Of course not.
No, they would not. They're like, it's
won't be
too
on
much
it.
pain for some nonsense waste.
I promise you this, innit? Like, seriously, if men were in charge of birth control because it actually made we had to have babies, there's no way we would do that. There'll be no accidental pregnancy because men don't want that ish. Men only act like that way because it falls on you, and no matter what, all you're gonna be is another woman talking
That's
about
a
he's
you
a deadbeat
problem.
dad. There's bare of you. Like he'll carry on his life. That's not gonna. Lots of men have been called deadbeats. They live in their life.
They enjoy
Like
life.
the freedom.
You still have to bring up the child now and be responsible for the care and be judged. You spend your life being judged as a single mother, people judging you on your choice and judging you in society, and then you have me on social media talking about single mothers. Yeah. Because the guy that you had a child with isn't getting that. He's found another woman who does not care he's got a baby mum.
It's normal.
She doesn't care about your problems. She's like, I'm going to have my child with him and it's going to be different.
Yeah.
Will it be different?
Well,
I'm
well,
just like,
what I found quite interesting with men is, you know what it
Will it
is?
be different, yeah?
Sometimes it is. And the weird thing about it is I see men they'll have a baby mum, yeah? And they won't provide for that baby mum, innit? They won't be in that child's life. They won't be paying for anything. They won't do nothing. But they'll go get a new woman and she's got a child by a next man and they'll be playing super dad for that child. Be up in the house paying for stuff, but he's got a baby mum he's not checking for and he's got another child he's not seeing. Man, them do this all the time, you know? They'll have a whole child they're not looking after and they'll start going to another woman's home and start playing super dad to that other child. It's crazy to me.
That's mine. I mean... Scary. There's a lot of people doing madnesses when it comes to exes in the past and all of this stuff, which kind of leads me on to wanting to ask you guys a question. Obviously, it's the
You got too many
of
questions, man.
accountability. Oh, you know me. I like to pick people's brains. I like to know everybody's secret. That's why I ask about accountability when it comes to exes and maybe wasting time going back and forth unnecessarily. Where's your accountability in that? We're gonna start with you, Cherelle. Have you been one of them ones that, went back and forth a couple of times? Wasted a bit of somebody's time knowing that you didn't want them back?
I'll be honest, no. I've not. Like if I'm not feeling something, I'll definitely leave more time. And like I said, the major turning point for me was having a baby. with a man that was just
Not the one.
Not the one.
Okay, that makes sense. That's
Yeah.
good. But then there's a blessing that came out of that.
Oh yeah,
So
amen to that.
take accountability, but you got blessed anyway. So what didn't kill you make you stronger?
Amen.
I like that. What about you, sis? Where's your accountability when it comes to conversations of exes? Did you entertain an ex a bit too long? Maybe.
Do you know what? I feel like I've reached this stage in my life where I don't care about people's opinions. I care about myself. I feel like I've been in positions where I've stayed in certain situations because of what I was afraid of what people would think.
say,
But
yeah.
I've reached that stage in my life where I don't really, I genuinely don't care.
Yeah, that's good. That's where you gotta be. You can't care about what the people say. They don't work. They don't walk a mile in your shoes, basically. No, I like that. You. Don't be looking at me sideways like that. Which ex did you get back, or did you maybe fondle a little bit with an ex because you know you had the power to go back if you wanted?
Not now, but back in the day, because most of the things I recommend not to do is because I've done them. This is why I can. No, if you're gonna be out here recommending and giving advice, it would be good. Well, if you can,
had experience.
Well, it's always good, isn't it? Because they keep telling me I can't speak on kids because I ain't got no kids. This is crazy to me. Black community is crazy to me, even though I can. So the things that I do have experience on, I'm definitely gonna speak on them, and I will say, in the past. What you want to do, man, you want to stunt on your ex. This is what you want to do. Let me break it down to you. You don't want to get back with her. You want to level up. Yeah. And you want to level up, but if you level up and you maybe want to beat it one more time. Sometimes man them feel like they just have to, you know what it is? They feel like unless they beat it one more time, they won't able to get over it. I get it. It's psychological.
So that they know they have the power
Sometimes
to have it back.
she might have chiefed you up or made you feel a type of way, and then now you've got the power back. You know what I mean? Your life's changed. Things is on the up. You got the new whip. You got the new everything. You want to show her. Get me? Yeah, I hear it. That one there, I sometimes I can condone it only if you can separate the physical from the emotional. But some of you man can't. You're gonna get back with your ex and start doing pillow talk and saying, "Oh, babe," and going back. So here's what the problem is, yeah. So accountability for me is back in the day I did take an ex back.
How long? After how long? Was it a quick one, or was it after your 7-day period?
Definitely after the 7-day period.
Oh,
it's not good.
What was that like?
Well, I mean, do you know what it's like when you take a woman back, yeah? So when you date a girl, yeah, you know her whole routine, innit? So when you're chilling with her now and it's a funny time and her phone's calling and certain numbers are private, like you're thinking...
There's a whole new person here and a whole new branch of this person.
But this never used to happen before.
Oh, so things changed.
No, because she's been outside. So now you're bringing her back inside now, yeah? Nothing good can come from man of numbers.
She's a feral kitty now.
No, it's not even. But she's been outside. You put her outside.
Yeah.
Do you get me? So you put her outside.
You forced her to go to the street.
To the streets.
Come back with
So when you
messy
bring
hair.
her back, it's never the same.
Yes.
So so when you was talking about the Stormzy Maya thing, I just think like I can understand when you get back with someone because you want to get back with them, and then when you get back with them, it's not the same.
It's not the same. So you have to go back.
Yeah, and I wouldn't recommend it, but I mean, you get me. I don't. But that's for things that you have an emotional attachment to.
Yeah.
If you're just being like, doing situationships, dating and that, like that's kind of lit.
ex.
It's kind of lit when you meet someone that you used to link before, and then you kind of okay, cool, we can, you know what I mean?
Link again.
Yeah. Sometimes there's women that
He likes to go back to where he's already been.
Nah, it's not-
Mark territory
I said where you already been,
second time around.
Nah.
Make sure you stay living
No.
rent free for a
This
couple
guy.
more years.
I'm just saying, innit? Anyway, it is what it is, yeah. What about you anyway, man? Accountability for spinning the block. 'Cause I know you like to go back to them exes.
Me, I don't actually. My exes don't even know of my existence right now. I feel
They
like I
definitely do. They
disappear
can
from
see
their...
on social media.
Oh yeah, that's true. I don't know of their existence. They tend to disappear from my life, right? However, obviously because I've been single for a while, I was thinking this is long. I'm tired of being single, and I may have messaged a very old ex to be like, if I wanted to, could I go back? And I got my answer. I could go back if I wanted to, but I won't. It was just more to kind of, validate myself and feel okay to know that if I wanted to have a man, maybe I could.
Toxic.
Listen, he's not toxic. Your reality is your reality. Be the master of your own reality. Test things, because why not? Sometimes in desperate moments, you just want to make sure that you're all right. I don't want to be alone for the rest of my life. So sometimes, drastic situations call for drastic measures. That's it.
Guys, sometimes drastic situations come for drastic measures, but there's nothing quite as drastic as reaching back to your ex, and that's what I'm going to recommend to all of you guys. A big thank you to my guests, both of them over here, and a big thank you to my co-host. And if you listen to my advice, don't ever try to hit up your ex. My name is Chyna, I'm the man, voice. A big thank you to Dinalva and both of my guests. This is When Venus Meets Mars Season 2. Like the video, comment, subscribe, turn notification bells, and we are out.
I hope this episode got you thinking about life and relationships differently.
Make sure to tune in next time,
where we're going to be discussing more pressing topics in our society today. So, Chyna, you ready to come back and get schooled?
Wait. Last season I told you the same thing I'm going to tell you now. You cannot school me on anything, Dinalva.